Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. You're in the kitchen with KK, and this is where we're making healthy, delicious. We're looking at recrafting recipes and celebrating good health with just real simple, high quality ingredients, making it fantastic. So, this is kind of a video number two of a series we're doing on granola and granola bars. It was National Granola Bar Day, January 21st. And through the month of January, we really want to get that sugar palette down. We want to be able to start to have success with some of our health goals that maybe we made at the beginning of the year. And definitely all of my clients, where they start to fall off the wagon is if they start to get too many sweets in there and then they just figure, you know what, I just might as well go for it. So we need to get that away and still figure out how to get energy, fats, fiber, protein, the stuff that we need, but then to secure our health goals. So I am a bioenergetic chef, functional health coach, and nutritionist. So we're looking at food and how it affects the body. The root cause of disease, unfortunately, is attributed 90% practically of diet and lifestyle. We need to understand that food matters today. So with granola bars, if you grew up with Nature's Valley granola bars, like I did, definitely was having granola bars cracked up in yogurt. That was really a sugar bomb. Now, of course, I was on the field hockey team in college. I was running and walking a lot all over the place. I was younger, but to get your nutrients, we want stable blood sugar. And as we age, especially over the age of 50, a lot of people are getting to the edge of pre-diabetes. And if you're following any type of getting your carbs down, a lower carbohydrate or a keto type style diet, you got to get your net carbs under 50 grams per day. So let's take a look at this. And that means nature's carbs, your squashes, your carrots, your sweet potatoes, those things. So granola is not a necessary item. It is extra, but you have to understand when you're getting granola bars and buying granola, you're getting a lot of sugar. And in this case, you're getting glyphosate, you're getting genetically modified stuff from the corn and the soy crops. So here's taking a look at this. The first ingredient is oats. Now, I only buy one brand of oats. It is certified glyphosate and gluten free, and it is sprouted. It is 1 degree, farmers we know, sprouted rolled oats. I don't buy any other oats. I'll break them down in the food processor if I need that. So that's the ones to look for. And the second ingredient is sugar. The next ingredient is canola oil, one of the most inflammatory and cheap oils out there, processed oils. We're not using that today. Yellow corn flour, honey, anyway, soy flour, brown sugar syrup, salt, soy lecithin, baking soda, and natural flavors. Natural flavors will get you in a big trouble. It is carte blanche for a bunch of crap, pretty much. So whenever you see natural flavors, don't fall for it. Even if it says organic flavors, it's flavors, added stuff. We're using real pure vanilla extract and pure almond extract today. And these things are so easy to make. You just really need to read the labels. And if you've been watching me, maybe you have been inspired to bring your readers, because crap, you can't read any of the labels at the stores. They're so low. But anyway, so here we go. 29 grams minus the fiber. That's it, and that gives you your net carbs. That's 27 grams. That's over half the amount in just 2 bars. So that doesn't leave you any room for nature's carbs. Now, of course, the greens are very low carb veggies, but you want a little bit of fruit. You also want some really high, vibrant antioxidant, beta carotene loaded squashes and things. So this is really not the best food, but we like the crunch and we have to have alternatives for things that we like. There are recipes on my channel you've seen for the overnight oats. Add some crunchy granola to some organic berries with high antioxidants, and you have a delicious meal where you don't feel deprived at all. You can even, if you're making them properly, you can leave a little room to drizzle a little bit of buckwheat honey on top, more antioxidants. So you see, and 12 grams of sugar and 4 grams per teaspoon. This is 3 teaspoons of sugar in there. And the max per day. So this is half of your max sugar per day as well. Okay, so that doesn't leave much. This is how you read the labels. So Nature's Valley is not something you want to buy. In fact, most of the bars in the store are not something you want to buy. In my cookbook, I have many energy balls. You've seen me make them. We're not using dates today, though. So we're having a theme. It's going to be cherry almond, almond cherry. Okay, so fun. But now when you buy cherries, we can leave big because it'll be a nice big chunk. But when you buy raw almonds, these are raw, they're not roasted, and they're organic. They're going to be a little hard. So what we're going to do, since these are bars and we're going to press them, we don't want big chunks. If this was going in granola, that's fine. We're going to put them into the food processor. And my food processor, I love, it's got a very sharp blade. It's nice, big, and sturdy. This is a KitchenAid. They don't even make this style anymore, and that's why I purchased so many of them before they go out. But we want at least a cup. I think I have here a cup of the almonds, so that's going to be a few nice handfuls here. So let's get that into the food processor. Hold your ears. We're going to put this on, and we're going to down. It does not take long with a nice sharp blade like this to get these broken down. So now we have some rough chopped almonds. I'm just going to add these to the bowl. So actually, I just made the granola. If you saw the recipe already, so you can just keep the same bowl. So this is something where you could do. You could prep some granola. If you make extra, you got gifts for people, your neighbors. It stores really well as long as you dry it out nice before you put it into the container. And now we're going to add some oats. Okay, so I already had measured out a cup, and we're going to use a cup and a half. And you can edit these quantities a little bit here. It's not so, you're not going to wreck something if you add a little bit more oats or a little bit more nuts, if you choose to. We're putting them in a square 8x8 pan, which is already greased, already filled with parchment paper. The oven is 325 again. And now, if you want to break down the cherries, you can, but I think I'm going to leave them bigger. So these, by the way, I went into this whole thing when I was making the, what was I making? The scones? No, the biscotti. The dried cranberries. It's like almost impossible to get them that are not sweetened. So I had to order some again on Amazon. They're on the way, but you can get unsweetened Bing cherries. Now, Bing cherries are delicious. They're going to have a lot of their own natural sugars in here. That's another reason you don't need to add a lot of sugar. And most of the recipes for your granola bars are going to have a half a cup plus of, I would never use a brown rice type of syrup. I would only use something natural, and I never heat honey, raw honey. I keep it raw. So we're going to use maple syrup in this as well. Very sweet. Anyway, so we're going to get a half a cup of the Bing cherries in here. And again, that's about a handful. So we've added those in. And this is something really fun for kids to make. So get your spatula here. Now toss these around. And I am going to put the little gloves on again because we want to press them into the pan. Heat, and then after you heat it, you're going to press them again because that compression is going to help you after you cool them to cut them up real nice. So for the spices, now energy, here we go. For energy and nutrition, what I'm going to add, and when I'm not using eggs, and I very rarely use eggs for myself, although if eggs are okay for you, you can use them. They provide a protein source, but they can also feed viruses and create some issues for people. Um, I use a lot of flax eggs, but flax seeds have omega-3s. They've got protein, they've got fiber. So adding some when you're making something for energy makes total sense. So we're adding in 2 tablespoons of each of the flax and the chia. Now, chia in South America means energy. So we definitely want that. These little scoops I have in here too. So there we go. And they're going to help to hold together the bars once they are made with we're going to be heating up again a little bit of coconut oil and the maple syrup. Okay, so next we're going to be adding in some of this is a little bit of sea salt. This is Pink Himalayan sea salt. I have that. I'm usually cooking with that. I also have the gray Celtic sea salt, and I keep that in my wooden salt binny thing there. I want to put in a little bit more almond than vanilla because these are cherry almond. So let's get a nice half a teaspoon of the almond extract. This is pure almond extract. And oh, that smells so good. And then this is Madagascar vanilla. So we're going to do a half of each. I thought I was going to do a quarter, but no, we'll do a half. So, all right, now this part. Now you can add, if you want, chocolate cherry almond, right? You can add some chips. Now the ones that I buy, you've seen me do this. These are Pasha. These are 100% raw cacao, no sugar added. So if you're fasting and you're doing a longer fast and you just need like a little dopamine hit, you need like a little bit of pizzazz and the water and the herbal teas and the mineral water are not really doing it for you. Not that you're hungry, you just want to look. So these you can have, they're not going to break your fast, but they're really great to add to something like this. You're not adding sugar, you're adding dopamine. This is what we're all looking for, that sense of satisfaction, and that's what raw chocolate does. So let's get the coconut oil in here. And I'm eyeballing again in between 2 tablespoons and a quarter of a cup. That's about a quarter of a cup. So when coconut oil gets cold, it gets hard. So that's going to help keep your granola bars hard. Now, when you're buying processed food, it's in a bag. It's got additives and preservatives. When you're making raw, delicious stuff, just like you see some of the bars in the cooler section at the grocery store, that's where the raw nutrients are. You know, these are not meant to sit on the counter. And now we're going to get a quarter cup of the Vermont maple syrup in here. And we're going to just warm this up. You don't even need a quarter cup, actually. I'm going to put in a little less. If you're really concerned with your sugar levels, 2 tablespoons is probably plenty. So we'll see, you know, because I edit things sometimes as I go, and that's quite all right. And remember, you can lick your finger when you have your vanilla on there. So let's get this melted. And yeah, that's a great little thing. So I'm going to clean up a tad and we'll be right back. I hope you're enjoying this, having fun. Okay, I got everything cleaned up like a wizard here. We've got our 8x8 square pan. You could use a metal one. I just happen to have a nice glass one here. So I did add a few of the chocolate chips to this. Now I'm going to be putting on my handy dandy little gloves. Now I actually buy these at CVS. They're sturdy. They're oatmeal based, so they're not latex. They're great to have in the kitchen if you want to keep your nails nice, or if you have something messy to make like meatballs and you want to get into the meat and squish it around. So here is the high energy coconut oil mixed with some Vermont maple syrup. Let's get this mixed in here. Okay. Give it a toss. And then the gloves are going to be helpful when we want to squish it into the pan, the spatula as well, but the gloves will just help give you more pressure. So these are going to be chocolate cherry almond bars. Okay, so sufficiently mixed. Dump this into the 8x8. So this is where you're going to get really good control with your hands. Mix it in. And then we're going to do it again after it's cooked, and then we're going to cool it before they are cut. Very nice. Let's give this a little rinse. So these are going to go in for about 25 minutes. Low and slow, 325, about 25 minutes. Okay, so we'll be back. Hope you're having fun. If you're enjoying this, give me a nice thumbs up and share with me any information you have about your experience with either making granola bars or enjoying them and how you like to have them. Maybe your kids have made them with you. So we'll be back. Okay, we've got the granola bars out of the oven after about 25 minutes. Now this is where we're going to press them down, and you can use a bit of parchment paper. Now remember, these are hot now. You could use the back of a glass to do this. This gives you a lot of pressure. We want to have them be nice and firm. And then after the glass cools, we're going to chill them in the refrigerator for about an hour, and then you can slice them. And then you just put them into, I would use one of my glass meal prep containers. That's what I use, and keep them in the refrigerator. And then you can just pop one into a little snack baggie and bring it with you. So this seems to work well. I did pop a little bit of the chocolate in there so you can see that, but when the chocolate, of course, cools, it's going to help hold these together. So let's get these, we're going to put these to the side, then we're going to get them nice and chilled. And then we're just going to cut them up. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and you can cut them in any size that you desire for your bars. And thanks for being with me and making something healthy and delicious, and just being more attentive to quality and knowing that there's great alternatives that are not hard at all and super fun. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for being here.